What's up, everyone? This is Adam Gillespie with Rancid and Sweaty Calves coming at you with yet another video, and today I'll be talking about something that Tom Taylor himself, the writer of Superman, Son of Kal-El, has decided to come out and say. Now, this was a little bit ago, back in January 27th. There are more recent articles, but at the same time, I'm going to cover this one because this one really does kind of encapsulate the idiocy of the mainstream comic book organizations and mainstream comic book mediums, such as DC Comics and Marvel Comics. You see they're plummeting. You see their prices, their stocks, everything about them. They're plummeting. Not too long ago, Warner Bros. Basically kicked DC Comics out of their building because of how badly DC Comics is losing money. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and read this. Superman writer shuts down claim John Kent's bisexuality killed Son of KalEl sales. Now, this was, again, back in January 27th, so I will do something for you guys. I will go over here. Basically, what he says in that article is he talks about how, oh, no, he's on the top 50 comics and blah, blah, blah. So we go down here. I do believe Superman, Son of KalEl, number 6. DC Comics is number 42 on the top 50 selling comic book charts. As for money, I'm not sure where it is on the money chart, if it actually made any money. It's scrolling. Yeah, so number 50, literally bottom of the top 50. It made the least amount of money in the top 50 comic books sold. Now, we go back over here, and then we go back to February comic book sales, and we'll see a little bit more. But I want to first get into this article a little bit. Just despite rumors to the contrary, sales on Superman, Son of Kal-El are soaring high. Again, you just saw that it was number 50 on the sales chart, and it was number 42 on the actual comic books bought chart. On social media, writer Tom Taylor addressed the rumor that John Kent's sexuality hurt the series' sales. Taylor posted screenshots of multiple articles and videos claiming that though Superman Kal-El number 5 experienced a sales spike over the announcement of John's sexuality, the series tanked in December and didn't appear on any charts. Again, it tanked in December. Didn't appear on any charts. It's tanked again in February. It's not on the charts in February. And if you look at January, it's on the bottom tier of the charts. Taylor waved off these takes by offering a simple explanation. There was no issue of Son of KalEl in December. Again, that doesn't necessarily that can factor in, but that doesn't necessarily determine whether or not you've actually made money on the comic. Because if it's a comic that people love and can't get enough of, they will, I repeat, they will buy comics of that brand in December. Wow. Stick around for the end of this. It's worth it. Today I woke up to piles of strangers in my mentions attacking the sales of Superman, Son of KalEl number 6 and celebrating the failure of our comic. That's Tom Taylor. That's one of Tom Taylor's tweets. Your woke super queer garbage is bombing, just like everyone knew it would. Everything you've done, currently do, and will ever do is nothing but a waste of paper. The woke mob you thought it would be a good idea to pander to isn't even buying your pathetic slop. And that is an accurate statement. Again, bottom of the charts in January, didn't get any sales in December, and didn't get any sales in February. If we go over to here at the ICV2 Top 50 Comics, here we have an actual list. And if you look through here, I'm going to scroll down nice and slow. You can see, you can read through this, you can pause it if you want. There's nothing in here that says Superman. But you got Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Batman, Savage Spider-Man, Star Wars Darth Vader, Devil's Reign, Hulk 4, Moon Knight, X-Men, Venom, Thor, Amazing Spider-Man, Death of Wolverine, X Lives of Wolverine, Amazing Spider-Man, Dark Knights of Steel, Star Wars Crimson Reign, X Lives of Wolverine, Sabretooth, Dark Ages. Again, and here we got X Lives of Wolverine number 2 and X Lives of Wolverine number 3. Again, this obviously is a comic where people are wanting to buy older issues. So we have number 3 and we have number 2 of X Lives of Wolverine. Number 2 obviously came out a little bit ago because you don't tend to get 2 issues of the same type of comic or the same story in a month. You know, usually it's broken up a couple of times over the course of the year. Now, again, and we're seeing 2 of those issues actually being sold, and the second issue, an issue that was older, it's actually got more money on the charts than the newer issue. And we come down, you got Sabretooth, Dark Ages, Batman and Catwoman, Berserker, which is a comic I think Keanu Reeves helps make. Iron Fist, Monkey Prince, Daredevil, Woman Without Fear. I haven't actually read the Woman Without Fear Daredevil series, so I can't attest to whether or not it's good. But you look down through all of these, right? And you can pause it. You can go through this at your own kind of, at your own leisure. Make sure that you take as much time as you want to read every single title. You got Detective Comics. You got Detective Comics, Nightwing. You got a lot of you got a lot of basically ground level heroes, and I'm not sure. I haven't read many of those comics. Like I haven't read X Lives of Wolverine. I haven't read the Sabretooth comic. But you see all these other comics, and they're at the top 50, I think, sold, right? Yeah, top 50 comic book by units. So this is units. This is how many units have been sold, and this is how many books have been sold by dollars, not necessarily the units that have been bought by the companies, but the actual comic book issues that have been bought. And we got a lot. We got Batman number 120 is at number 2 on the list. We have Ghost Rider as number 1, and then you can see as you go down, you got a lot of other characters, and you know what you can see is that a lot of these characters aren't necessarily characters that are newer age, aren't necessarily characters that are focusing on identity politics or gender ideology or something else stupid like that. A lot of those comic book titles are titles of comic book characters that don't necessarily need to focus on that progressive ideology. And then we come back over here and we see again Tom Taylor is tweeting, "Oh my goodness, you guys are idiots." Now again, the sales of Superman Son of Kal-El have tanked tremendously. Part of the reason why is because no one wants to see power bottom. No one wants to see Superman be a power bottom for some pink-haired random guy that we don't know anything about. And the most agitating thing for fans, really, is the fact that they're taking an established character like John Kent, Superman's son, that's been around for a little bit, at least five or 6 years, maybe even longer. It's been a while since I've gone back to read the comics when he's first introduced. But we see all this grandstanding by the writer of these comics, by Tom Taylor himself, and you see no one wants to buy this comic. No one wants to buy this comic because they took an established character and they politicized them and they changed the sexuality of the character just so they can get a spike in sales. And that's exactly what happened. They changed the sexuality of the character to get a spike in sales, and then when it fails, they blame everyone for being bigoted and hateful and somehow racist or somehow sexist or somehow this or that or homophobic or some other stupid thing that isn't accurate. It's just plain flat out not accurate. But here we got Power Bottom and his pink-haired boyfriend, and it's so just annoying. It's annoying to see. It's really not interesting. Make a character from the ground up that people can relate to, that people can enjoy reading a story about, and that people can actually like and attach themselves to. Don't change a character's sexuality so that you can get a spike in sales for maybe a month or two, and then complain when it starts to trash, when it starts to just plummet in the top 50 sales charts and in every single sales charts out there. It doesn't take much to realize that this is a pointless change to the character, because we know that Superman has grandchildren. So unless Power Bottom and his pink-haired boyfriend are going to somehow change the natural order of how things work, or if you're going to say that maybe Kryptonian men are the one that gives birth, or some stupid thing like that, unless you're going to say that, you're going to have it so that these two break up, because this is just a grandstanding, oh, look at us, we're so morally blah blah blah, we're so progressive in our thinking. This is just grandstanding so that they can get some sales of people who don't actually know anything about the superhero, but they say, oh, someone's gay, I'm going to go buy that comic. And even then they're not buying the comic because they just don't care about the actual property. It's frustrating. It really is. As a comic book fan, as a Superman fan, it's frustrating to see that this is what it's come to. Now, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are, but if you do have any thoughts, make sure to like this video, comment down below, and tell me what your thoughts are. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you do, hit that bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. It'd be a great help to me. It really would. And share this video with your friends if you want to kind of raise awareness as to the ridiculousness of politicization in comic book mediums that we don't need. I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of the week.